What is going on, everybody? We are back with day 3 of our Oregon Trail journey. We are on the leg 3, day 3. So we have completed leg 1 and leg 2, and today we'll be starting leg 3. Let's just jump right into it and get moving on the trail. 2 hours and 53 minutes in. Last time we unlocked Kaboom! Across the Heart Desert in pursuit of riches as a group of... Oh, this is one of those side missions that we may be doing after completing the main Oregon Trail mission. Successful completion unlocks the harmonica item and the carpenter class. We do want to eventually do that winter one to get the knife, because that will be extremely useful for skinning animals and the likes. Oh, why do I keep hitting play every time to do that? I don't want to start this one. No, we're getting out of here. Going back to our standard gameplay. Let's resume the Oregon Trail. We ended off at Fort Laramie, where I believe we did everything we needed to. Let's just check our inventory out real quick. Yeah, we are stacked out with everything we need. So we are just good to go on to the next leg of the journey. Let me just pull up chat here. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. All right, we're good to go. Let's get on our way onto leg 3. All right, first stop is going to be Independence Rock. 158 miles. Hoping to reach the dock or the rock before Independence Day. Many immigrants carved their names into the rock face in celebration. Collect meat and get a coffee. Collect pelts and get a medicine. Great. We have a decent amount of meat. We got 198 meat, 20 fish. I hope we eat the fish. I wish we could dictate which meat or food source we eat from first, but we can't. So let's get the... am I going to be able to hunt again after this, though? Yeah, I guess we could go here, here, here. I guess we could do that. So let's go to the Dragoon sighting first. A wave of anxiety mingled with excitement washes over the party as they leave Fort Laramie behind. A long journey lies ahead before the next chance to resupply. Fantastic. A sudden cry rings out across the trail. Ruby's foot has been crushed under the wheel of the wagon. Toes may be broken. We went like 1 mile away from that. The town's still there. Jeez. Let's inspect it. Lucy has pretty good healing. Doctor skills. Lucy examines the injured foot and concludes that it is not broken, only bruised. She fashions a splint for Ruby, allowing the victim to continue onward. Fantastic. At least it's not broken. That's good news. And the wagon condition just went bye-bye. I should have probably used a grease, but for now, we can use that up. And then we will use, yeah, we will use a grease because it did run out. Okay. Let's continue onward. What is that? What is what, Lucy? A bright cluster of berry bushes surrounds a nearby rock, a stark contrast with the dusty browns of the trail. The berries are not readily identifiable and may be unsafe to eat. If they are indeed edible, however, they might make a fine supplement for dried rations. What should be done? Oh, I just realized you guys aren't hearing any desktop audio. Let's fix that. Now you should be hearing the good old Oregon Trail. Hopefully. If not, let me know. But it seems to be the case. Now you can hear the audio. All right. At least you could hear my voice before that by itself. That's fantastic. All right. If they are indeed edible, however, they might make a fine supplement for dried rations. What should be done? Let's inspect them first. Ruby, you have good navigation skills. Let's find out. Ruby's hygiene went down and wayfinding went up. I think they're safe to eat. Ruby checks the fruit and determines that they are probably safe to eat. Let's pick them then. We got 75 foodstuffs. Ruby picks the berries, placing them in the wagon. Fantastic. All right, let's see what we can do here. Wow, we're probably not going to be able to take... Why didn't they eat the fish first? I guess let's get rid of the fish. Because 75 foodstuffs will last us longer. Plus it can restore morale, which is pretty important. So let's do that, and we'll discard the fish. It's only 20 fish. Would have been like 1 day's worth of food. We can do without. Oh, groan. Clutching his abdomen, the man winces as he looks up at the party's approach. Travelers, thank goodness you've come. Please, you must help me. I need to deliver my mochila. Mochila. The saddlebag on my horse. I'm injured and I can't go on, but this delivery cannot wait. I ride for the Pony Express. We deliver mail across the West. We've not yet missed a delivery, and it's of vital importance that this one isn't missed either. But I'm not sure I can reach the next station in this state. Please don't worry about me. The mochila and its contents are more important than my life. We will, let's ask about the Pony Express. The Pony Express is the company I ride for. It's a long chain of stations and riders from St. Joseph to Sacramento, then from Sacramento to San Francisco by steamer. We can deliver mail that distance in only 10 days. We're very proud of that. The mochila is a covering over my saddle, which is specially designed to both take it and be light and flexible. It can carry many letters at a time without getting in the way. We're also able to easily swap the mochila onto a new saddle when we change mounts. Learn a little bit about the Pony Express. Pony Express was a real thing. Treat the rider. Yeah, we will. I believe we got a decent amount of medicine. Yeah, we're going to treat him with the medicine. Be real nice today. Who should heal the man? Ruby's got 5 healing, so let's use Ruby. I appreciate it, traveler. You work miracles, it seems. I should be able to make my way back to the next station. Once I've handed off the delivery, I shall rest up and wait. Please make your way to the station when you can. I would like to reward you properly for assisting me today. Thank you, travelers. I will see you soon, I hope. I hope I see you soon, too. Get a little reward. All right, back on where we go to Independence Rock. We look like we're doing pretty good on everything here. Lucy could probably use some new clothes. Please, wait. Thank you for stopping. I've misplaced my garments. Can you please help me? Oh, he's naked back there behind the bush. He's got something on, a little nightgown. I don't know what he's got on back there. The man stands by the trail, barely concealed by a small shrubbery. Ooh, 1 close. We got 3 of them. We're going to be really nice this run and try to help everybody. Because that's just how we do. We're going to give him 1 close. Look at that. He's all clothed up. And this gives us, I think this is a Dragoon sighting. This is the one we were going after. So that should be good as well. Much better. Less nippy in more ways than one. Nippy? Please take my medallion. I'll regroup with the captain once I've had a chance to warm up. We got 1 Dragoon medallion. Alright. Reports say that a wagon was lost from a wagon train somewhere nearby. Gain repair items. I don't think we need repair items, but it doesn't hurt to gain it. Plus, it's the only way we can go at the moment, so we will go that way. strenuous filling. We got 401 pounds of food. We are stacked out for food. Look, all the bunnies. Look at all the bunnies. Greetings, travelers. What brings you to... This is like the same guy from the beginning. Same thing. Greetings, travelers. What brings you to this Pony Express station? Station master. These travelers are the kind folks that healed me. It's only due to their aid that I was able to travel here at all. They deserve a reward. So these are the folks that saved my best rider. Bob helped set up the Pony Express and completed a legendary ride of 40 hours. He's one of our best riders. It would be a serious blow to the entire Pony Express if we were to lose him. Please take this, travelers. You deserve it. What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? $100. Oof. Can't ask for more. Can't ask for much more than that. That's a really good reward. You're too kind, but I'm glad to be here. I should be able to ride again by morning. It would be remiss to put you back to work so soon. You rest up. Your mochila will be taken care of. Was there anything else you'd like to know? We already know about the Pony Express. Let's talk to Pony Bob. I'll be all right, travelers. Thanks for your help, of course. Don't listen to the station master too much. I'm not that special. It's just my job. All right. Let's move onward then. We helped out Pony Bob. We got $100 reward. I mean, we are stacked for money. I feel like I have to buy the wagon, even though we don't really need it. I mean, I like pack rat and everything, so it would be kind of nice to have the extra space. So maybe we'll do that at the next stop. Thunder rings out across the landscape. Rain pelts down on the party, and lightning frightens the oxen. The party could push on to get past the wet weather as soon as possible, but be put at risk of getting sick. Alternatively, waiting out the storm may be a more viable option. The storm shows no signs of easing up. Let's wait it out. We don't want to get anyone sick. We got time. The party packs inside the cramped wagon and battens down the covers. Damp, cramped, and uncomfortable, the party's tensions are amplified. This is not what they signed up for when setting out on their journey. How would you not sign up for rain on like a 6-month journey, or however long it's like 6 months or whatever? You got to be expecting some rain. I would expect more than just rain, actually. I mean, you gotta be, yeah. Charles's morale went down by 4. Oof. The storm rages all night long and into the next day, but eventually the rains clear. Awesome. As all things must end, eventually the clouds clear and sunlight returns once again. And no one got sick. Charles's morale is pretty low. But we won't do anything about that just yet, so we'll see. The party approaches a dilapidated, wind-blown wagon. While the long-abandoned wagon looks as if it might collapse at any moment, some parts may be salvageable. Let's investigate. Last time I think we discovered money along with like the repairable parts, so I think that will be useful no matter what. I don't think I could fit any repairable parts yet, so maybe we get rid of that. And let's just see. We'll take the axle. Charles has a 2. Isaac hasn't tried it. Let's just give Isaac a try. He hasn't tried yet. He's got a 2 as well. All right. So I mean, the axle is rested. Why would it be like wrestled? The axle is wrested from the wagon's husk with some effort. Without the axle to lean on, the front of the wagon shifts forward slightly. The wagon wobbles precariously. It may be possible to retrieve useful materials, but each attempt comes with the risk of the wagon collapsing. No, we don't need anything else. I don't even think we're gonna fit the one we got. I was just seeing if there was like money falling out of it or something. That would have been nice. The party decides it's best to leave the wagon alone and moves on in silence. All right, where to next? I mean, this way we can go hunting, which we want to do because we want to get these things done. The Dragoon sighting would have been nice, but we have 4 of those still. So I mean, I say we try this question mark and try to go hunting. Because then we can get our 100 pounds of meat collected and get a coffee. And 3 pelts collected and get a medicine. And we can always use those to trade for some stuff. Because I think I mean, I don't know how easy it's going to be to get clothes out here now. But clothes would be nice to have since we have 2 pairs of clothes left. So, and maybe some bullets eventually when we stop again. We'll see how much we use up at this hunting ground. So let's go here first. An undiscovered locale on the trail. Let's head on out. Let's repack. So let's see. This takes up 2, so it takes up 4. The stamina. Let's see what the party is doing. Stamina is -2, -3, -2. All right, so let's use up a coffee since they are in need of it. And that unlocks a spot that we can put this into. Now we just have to play some Tetris. We gotta play some Tetris to fit in our goods. All right, so let's see. We can put this up here, this right here, this right here. We need like a spot like to the right though. How do I do this? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. This is gonna be tough. This is gonna be tough. So let's move that there, that there. Let's move this over here. And let's move this right here. Oh wait, no, I want them the other way. Well, I guess I could rotate this though too, right? It only goes those 2 ways, so I can do 2 up. 2 up. Hold on. Why can't I figure this out right now? All right, 2 up and then 2 up. So I just gotta move that one down right now. All right, got it. It's okay. I finally got it. We got it fit in. Now we got that repair axle. We can also use it to repair a damaged or exposed slot, so that's good. All right. Now we can move forward. Perfect, 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 perfect. And onward we go. Oh, can I get the birds? Yes, okay. All right, 1 second. Ruby, upon checking the bags of flour, finds that mold has begun to grow in one of them. Perhaps they were not properly dried after the last river crossing. We are going to... Oh, 50. We're going to discard the 50. We don't want anything to do with that. Ruby discards the affected flour and some that was stored near it to be safe. It is simply not worth the risk. That's right, because we had 350 pounds of food. It is definitely not worth the risk. Oh, morale went up. We ate the rest of the foodstuffs. I believe that was all of it. Yeah, that's good. Okay. And we're gonna be getting more meat now. So we don't need... Shh, over there. Isaac holds his hand up to halt the wagon. A red buck with majestic antlers stands, grazing peacefully, a good distance from the wagon. It may be an old wives' tale, but the antler velvet of a red deer is said to have a restorative effect on all manner of illness. This is a prime opportunity to acquire both food and medicine in one fell swoop, if the buck can be felled, that is. Who should take the shot? Charles, don't let me down. Don't let me down, Charles. He missed. Fantastic. I had no one above a 2, though. Dang. The shot goes wide, spooked by the rifle crack. The deer bounds away into the grass, out of sight. Charles returns to the wagon, disappointed. Oof. Alright, we still got a hunting that'll be all right. We'll get our food, and we'll get well, we won't get the medicine, but we have plenty of medicine to go around, so it's not that big of a deal. We are still on a filling. We may have to eventually get off filling, depending on how we do hunting and all that. Fish team in the water nearby, a prime location to cast a line and try to catch a bite. Though bait is required, the party could craft some. The party has 17 bait. Let's go fishing. This is a great minigame. Who should go fishing? Fishing is ideally suited to those with patience and a great attitude. Ruby, you have a fantastic attitude. We will go with Ruby. Move the character, cast the line, reel in your catch when the fish bites. Let's do it. Let's get some fish. Ah, this game. This little mini game is so relaxing. Just fishing, hanging out. There is a fish right there, but I can't seem to get it. Let's get this one. See if we can get a trophy fish this time around. That would be great. What did we get? Bluegill caught 6 inches. That is not going to do much. 6 inches is not going to do much. Can we cast from here? I don't know why I can't go up there. Is the rock blocking me? What was that one? Pupfish caught 2 inches. This is like bait. I'm just catching more bait. 12. How is that 12 pounds of fish? All right, let's move on. Let's see what else we can find in here. Oh, this one looks like a good one here. Come on, don't go away. No, it went away right at the last second. Right at the last second. Oh, there's another one. All right, what's this one? Let's not be 2 inches. Oh, it's 2 inches. Desert pupfish. There's not great fish here, I guess. There's 2 here, though. Let's see what we can get. Did I pull too early, or did it just fall off? I don't understand what happened there. That time I got one. Cutthroat trout. Oh, so close to trophy quality. 35 inches. That is much better than the 2 inches. That is much better. That's what I like to see. Let's get some more like that. Or a trophy. A trophy fish would also be nice. Cutthroat trout caught. Another 35 inches. So close to that trophy quality, but just too far away. Come on. Come on. We can do it. Oh. I think I heard it, but I don't think it actually went and bit. That's my fault. Let's go for this guy. That one was good. What did we get? A bluegill, 13 inches. Not too shabby. Take the bait. Take the bait. Cutthroat trout, 26 inches. Okay. Not too bad. I mean, I could go for that one. Let's go up here, though, because I don't know why I can't get close to the water over there. I want to be close to the fish I catch. I want to be right up close to them. Razorback sucker caught. I guess I've caught all these fish before, because I'm not getting like a discovery thing. So I must have caught most of these before. Another cutthroat trout. We got 99 pounds. We're probably going to reach our limit here shortly. Plus, we're running out of bait anyway. But that's okay. Another bluegill. Yep, we have caught the maximum number of fish we can carry. You may quit or continue fishing for journal progress. We're gonna end the game because we are not doing a journal progress at the moment. We are just trying to complete the Oregon Trail. 13 bait and there's like 110 pounds of fish. Manages to catch 100 pounds of fish and brings it all back to storage. 75 fish. Without a proper knife, she can't properly clean the fish, and only some of their meat is obtained. Knives can be unlocked by completing the Bitter Winter journey. Yeah, we gotta eventually do that Bitter Winter journey and acquire the knife, because that'd be nice. So we are going to go hunting because we need to collect 100 pounds of meat and 3 pelts. So that'll be more important. Let's repack. Let's see what we got. Oof. Do I get rid of the repair item? And keep the fish? Because that's 75 pounds, but we are also going to get, like, meat. We're going to get, like, this meat from hunting. But I could also sell the fish, whereas this, I can use the repair tool things. I mean, I don't have anything to repair, so... This also counts as a repair, but it takes up way more slots. It's sold in sets of 3, but this is only one of them. So I think we discard this. There we go. Let's rotate that up. Yeah, let's do that for now. Because this we got for free anyway, and I don't think we're really going to use it. If I need to repair, I can use these to repair. And hopefully our axle just doesn't break. And I don't know if these can repair axles or not. So that'll probably end up happening to us, since now I'm getting rid of the axle. That's just bound to be our luck. But we'll see. Let's discard it. Let's discard it and move on. Lucy's looking pretty rough for wear. Let's give her some clothes. Come on. Give her some clothes. She needs some hygiene. All right. And let's move on. I probably could have given them both clothes, but I don't need that much food, because we're about to go hunting as well. Like we said, we're going to go hunting to get at least 100 pounds of meat and 3 pelts. Let's catch these foxes. Ahead of the party, the trail disappears under a mass of wood and leaves. It seems a recent storm has brought down some of the large trees that now stubbornly refuse to move out of the way. Given some time, the fallen trees could be chopped and removed. However, it would require significant effort on the group's part to do so manually. Alternatively, the party could backtrack and try to find another way around. Though there is no guarantee one even exists, what should be done? Clear with nitroglycerin. Like, we could blow that up. Chopping the logs would be a significant effort on the group's part to do it manually. Gosh, do we chop the logs or find another way around? Finding another way around seems like the better plan, since chopping the logs will probably take a ton of energy and time. So let's find another way around. Leaving the known qualities of the trail to find a way around the rock slide would require blazing a trail, testing the wayfinding abilities of anyone in the lead. Depending on the skill of the navigator, finding a way around could be very quick or take significantly longer. Who should take point? Ruby's got great wayfinding, so Ruby's going to be our point girl. Point woman. Ruby successfully finds a way around the rock slide suitable for the wagon and leads her party back to the trail with little time wasted. See, that's why we had to do that, because... please... We're gonna have to repack that. Alright, so now of course we could have used that axle for repair, but we do have that. Alright, that's all repaired. Nice. Let's put that back. Let's put that back. And now we have enough open to we have enough open for more meat when we get more meat. And pelts. So maybe we don't have enough because of that. But we may end up using some stuff where we could put the pelts in place. So that'll be okay. That'll be alright. Over there. Skunks. I think that, yeah, spotted skunks. Isaac spots a young sapling on the side of the trail. If cut and properly... Wait, why do we want the wood? If cut and properly stripped, it might serve as a strong wagon tongue, but it will take some time. Who should cut the sapling? We're not gonna do that because we don't have space for a wagon tongue. So we're just not going to do that. We're just going to push on. Fantastic. 32 miles to go to Independence Rock. Can I get the butterfly? No. Can I get the buffalo? No, this is a hunting spot. We're going to go hunting. Can we check them out first? Who's got stamina? Charles has the best stamina. Yeah, Isaac. Definitely not Isaac. So let's go with Charles. Charles, you are going to be our hunter for today. Charles examines the hunting ground ahead of him. It seems like he'll be able to find a few animals. That's fantastic. Let's hunt some animals. We need 100 pounds of meat to get the coffee, and we need 3 pelts. There's one. That's 30 pounds right there. That's big. That's big. Come on. There we go. That's 60 pounds. That's 60 pounds. Here's 90. Perfect. There's 110. I think we're good. We'll get this one just in case. We're gonna let the rest of everyone live. Let's go. 140 pounds of food collected. That covers us for the coffee quest. So we should get a coffee. And we should be able to get easily 3 pelts out of that. Charles managed to hunt 140 pounds of meat, but only had enough stamina to carry 125 pounds back to storage. Charles can spend some time skinning the animals. Of course, we're going to obtain the pelts. Charles manages to obtain the pelts, 5 pelts, though without a knife he can't gather nearly as many. Knives can be unlocked by completing the Bitter Winter Journey. Again, they want us to do that Bitter Winter Journey. We're not going to do it yet. We're going to complete this without doing anything extra, but we will eventually do that so we get the knife, and then we can do some other cool playthroughs with this. Like, I know they have the Organ or Bust one, which is like the super hard one, and I'm hoping that that kind of gives it another little challenge on top of the extra little journey challenges that are in the game. So we'll do that eventually. Inventory overflow. Let's repack. Oh, we got 5 pelts that we would like to keep. 54 meat and 75 fish. How's everyone doing? We're not that far from where we need to go, so I don't think I really need to use anything on anyone. Maybe see if I use the harmonica, that'll give us morale. But that's only 1 slot, so I'll still need a second slot. That'll still only give us a second slot, so. And then do I use it like a coffee? Because we're pretty good on stamina. I guess I can do that. Because we're going to get another coffee anyway from the challenge. So we will use a coffee. Get everyone's stamina back up pretty well. And then we will use a harmonica to increase basically just Charles's morale, but that'll keep him from doing anything crazy, I guess. And then we'll be able to keep our pelts, which is fantastic. And we still have a harmonica. We still have 3 coffee, and we're about to get another coffee. I'm kind of upset we're only going to have 1 more harmonica, but it is what it is. Maybe we can get a harmonica somewhere else. Onward to Independence Rock, only 22 miles to go. We are doing good on this journey. Oh, I said that a little too soon. Right as I said that, the oxen buck and rear, knocking Lucy to the ground as the wagon lurches to a stop. A loud crack rings out of the wagon. Lucy broke her arm. Lucy, max health -2. Lucy's health -2. Lucy's composure and Lucy's shooting went down by 1. Oof. Lucy. Lucy picks herself up, clutching her arm in pain. She will be forced to nurse the injury for some time. Hopefully not that long, because we will be at Independence Rock shortly here, and hopefully that means we get some health back. It appears a twisted stick lies in the trail, shaped eerily like a snake and spooking the oxen. The oxen refuse to step near it. Let's grab these little guys. The stick is thrown into the grass and Lucy tries to calm the oxen down. On inspection, it appears the wagon has sustained some damage in the commotion. While the wagon is still functional this time, the party should consider repairing the damage before things get worse. Who should attempt to repair the wagon? Let's have Charles do it. Charles stamina -1, 4 hours lost. Despite Charles's hard work, he fails to improve the condition of the wagon. We're gonna repack that. We are gonna fit. Wow. Let's repair. Jeez, we just lost a lot of stuff there. All of our repair kits, but we did repair the wagon. So that's good. We got a ton of food. We are doing good. We're doing good. Wagon's all repaired up. Ruby is looking a little bit disheveled. She could use some clothes, but I think we're gonna wait till Independence Rock and see what's there first. Let's wait and see what that has to bring. All right, the party's water supply has run low. If it is not refilled before too long, dehydration and death may be the result. Well, how do I fill that? That wasn't even like an option. A small pond can be seen just off the trail. A few mosquito larvae swimming lazily onto the surface. Without restocking the water supply, the party's morale and stamina are sure to decline. Should the water supply be replenished? Yeah, let's replenish it. Oh, God, people got typhoid. Maybe it wasn't a good idea to refill the water there. But it wanted me to. Oh, the water is cloudy and foul tasting. Oh, they got typhoid. Oh, no. This all went very bad very quickly. But we are at Independence Rock, so hopefully we can do something about all this. I still think Lucy deserves the healing if we get one here. I don't know if we get that or if that is at the next camp. There's a snake right there. The party finally arrives at Independence Rock, a foreboding, sprawling monolith stretching hundreds of feet into the air. The rock is smooth, barring, of course, the carved names and initials of previous travelers. Some among the party may take some satisfaction in doing similarly. At least we completed those things. So let's talk with some people. We got Ava, we got Albert, we got Jane. It's quiet, though a few souls are inspecting the imposing rock. Some are making small carvings into the surface. Friends, I can scarce believe fate decided for us to meet again. Honey, look, these are the travelers that convinced me to run away from my father. I didn't realize when Ava told me so much about the travelers that assisted her that she was talking about you. It is good to see you again, my friends. These are the people that were star-crossed lovers, and Ava had a really mean father that kept treating her like an object, so we had her run away and go to Douglas. I'm glad they got together. You've met, then truly our love must be preordained. Friends, you must come to our wedding. We're to be wed at Fort Bridger. I hear they have officials there. I agree with my dearest. You would be welcome. If you manage to arrive as we do, please join in the ceremony and celebrations. It would make both of us very happy to have the agents of Cupid there. Let's first tell them about the father. My father is out there looking for me. You didn't tell him where I went, did you? No? Thank goodness. If he knew I found Douglas, well, let us just be glad he doesn't know. We were going to go to California, so if he continues that way, I will never have to see him again. Now, let us push such gloominess aside. We would very much like you to attend our wedding. What do you say? Of course. Of course we'll go to the wedding. How wonderful it will be to have you there. Travel well now, my friends. Awesome. We're going to a wedding. Jane. Oh, thank goodness you're here. Little Mary ran off a few minutes ago and has gone missing. She said she wanted to carve her name into the rock like all the grown-ups. I told her to wait until tomorrow so we could all do it together. She's far too young and I'm worried she might hurt herself. Please help us find her. Who should lead the search to find little Mary? Charles has the most energy, so Charles it is. Charles quickly organizes a search party and starts hiking around the perimeter of Independence Rock, hoping that he'll find little Mary before night falls. Come on, find little Mary. After a couple hours of searching, Charles finds little Mary in one piece and in good spirits, climbing around the base of the rock. Awesome. We found her. Hello, mister. Have you come to carve your name into the rock? My mommy says all the travelers have to do it. I want to do it too. I want to carve my name into the rock, but I'm not strong enough. Can you help me, mister? Help her carve her name. Did you hear that little laugh? Tee-hee-hee-hoo-hee. Yay, thank you, mister. Charles takes out his knife and begins to scratch little Mary into the rock face. The girl watches with rapt attention. That's my name, isn't it? Thank you, mister. Little Mary is ecstatic seeing her name on the rock. Satisfied with the carving, Charles helps her climb down safely and delivers her back to her parents. All right. Good news. We found her. We got her name carved in the rock. She's safe. She's okay. Mommy, did you see? I carved my name in the rock. It's going to be there forever and ever. Mr. Charles helped me. I cannot thank you enough for keeping her safe. She seems to get along very well with you. I'm really glad we keep running into you folks. My family and I owe you a debt of gratitude. It's quiet. Okay, let's talk to Albert. Carved your name into the rock yet? Most travelers seem to have made a habit of it, letting the world know they were here, I suppose. Let's carve our name. Charles's morale goes up 1. The party clambers up the side of the rock, finding a blank space on the cliff face. With a hunting knife, they take turns engraving their names deep into the granite, etching the party's passing for centuries. The party feels uplifted by the experience. Awesome. Let's see what everyone has to trade. Can we see our inventory? We got a ton of fish. We got meat. We got flour. Let's see what everyone has to trade first. 1 wheel grease. Oh, 3 clothes. What do you want for the clothes? Trade 75 fish. Let's haggle. I believe Charles was the charming one. Yes. Stop it, sir. You're making me blush. Charles, charming, compliments Alice as he strikes a deal. The price improves. 45 fish. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to do that. 3 wheel grease. For 5 medicine. Let's haggle that down. What is she offering now? 3 medicine. I don't know if I want to do it for 3 medicine. Maybe 2 would have been better. 4 toolboxes is a good deal. 5 pelts. Let's haggle that down. I think we're gonna take these toolboxes because we used like all of them. We're gonna trade 3 pelts. And 3 wheel grease. 45 bullets. What do you want for 45 bullets? You want a ton of stuff. The herbal remedies. I don't know if I want to do the herbal remedies though. Wow, we still don't. 3 dragoon medallions. We only have 8. But I think we'll be okay with the 8, considering we have a ton of food. I'm also probably... No, I'll keep those for now. We have 3 spots open. Okay. No, I think we're good. I think we're good. I think we're going to keep our fish and our pelts, because we have plenty of money. We're going to rest. We're going to rest. And hang out here and hopefully heal up a little bit. Isaac is exhausted. Isaac caught typhoid from Ruby. Everyone's getting typhoid. All right, let's depart. Let's see what we can do about everyone's state of being here, because they're not looking great. We're gonna go to the parting of the ways. Collect meat, get coffee, collect pellet. This is the same stuff that I had last time. Why can't I get something cooler? Is this gonna do anything for anyone? It only heals her by 1. Typhoid, typhoid, typhoid. Charles. Did Charles leave? I'm confused. Oh. Well, Isaac is exhausted, so let's use coffee. And we will pick a way to go. So, an ideal locale to set up camp and rest the party. Restores party stamina. Fish. We don't really have much fish bait left, do we? 4. But we don't really need the other stuff, so let's go fishing. We'll finish up the bait. That'll give us some space in the wagon. And some more fish is never a bad thing. As the majestic Independence Rock fades into the distance, the party looks ahead to their next challenge. Everyone could use a little something. Ruby really needs some clothes. Let's give Ruby some clothes here. That'll help her out a little bit, at least. Okay. A woman draws near, dressed in the rough garb of a fur trapper. You folks heading west? You'll need meat, then. And I sell it cheaper than the forts. Lord knows I can't carry it all back anyhow. I don't need your meat. I got 362 pounds of meat. Or of food. The wagon continues down the trail with the woman's offer unanswered. Yeah, sorry, lady. Oh, no. Charles has dysentery. Someone finally got dysentery. The dysentery or bus train doesn't disappoint. Oh, my God. Everything's falling apart now. What are we going to do? Let's fix that up while we're thinking about it. And we will... Oh, he has dysentery. This doesn't help anyone. It reduces the duration of the sickness or injury. God. Can we... But everyone else's is way worse. Broken arm 46. Yeah, like everyone else is doing worse. Oh my God. The wagon trundles by a cluster of gravestones by the trailside, recently placed by the look of them. A solemn air impresses itself upon the party, the grim recognition of the trail's oft-fatal hardships. Okay, everyone's not doing great. Charles. Oh, we got some stuff going up, though. Charles's morale went up a little bit. Cool. Load of moths collected. What do we got here? Yes, that's it. Once a fish is in the trap, just pull it out and it's yours. Oh, hello, travelers. There's certainly a number of folks out here today. As you can see, I've already run into some Mormons, they call themselves. They paid us to fish in our territories, but frankly, they're not too good at it. I've been trying to teach them, but to be honest, I'm not sure how they survived away from their cities this long. You folks look like you're accustomed to handling yourselves in the environment already. Still, you're welcome to join in on the lesson if you like. I enjoy passing on my knowledge. You may get something out of it. Let's listen to it. Fishing is all about your attitude. The fish are smarter than you think. If you go in with the wrong thoughts, you'll have no success. The better your attitude, the easier the time you'll have catching fish. My people, the Agaidika? I'm probably butchering that pronunciation, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We use spears and nets, but when using your rods, you must consider similar things. You should aim to cast your line near where the fish roam. You may be able to spot them beneath the surface. Once the fish is interested, wait for it to fully commit to biting before pulling back. Different fish may be more or less shy about grabbing the bait. Make sure you learn the right feel. Once you've mastered these things, you shouldn't have much trouble. Of course, you could also use a trap. My people use them often, but that's perhaps not practical for traveling folk such as yourselves. The Mormons nod as they take in the information. The party feels like they have gained knowledge from the lesson. Good. Some stuff went up. Party attitude went up. Awesome. Talk to Hidao. Mormons have been coming through here more and more often recently. They set up in place they call Salt Lake City to the west. Utah. They always seem to be in a big group. Lots of women and children. Not the kind of people used to living outside of their cities. Nice enough folks most of the time. This group seems to be determined to get along with my people, at least. Can't say that for all people from the east. If I help them a bit, teach them how we Agadika understand the Agai and how we hunt, maybe we can find a way to live together. There's more and more of them every day, though. At some point, there won't be room for fishing like this. Others in my village share the same fears. Okay. Approach the Mormons. The Mormons are knee-deep in the stream, desperately trying to eye and any poor piskin shape that swims by. They look up as the party approaches. Ask about the journey. We're all followers of a church. You may have heard of us, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. A bit of a mouthful, I know. Most folks call us Mormons. Our kind isn't much welcome out east anymore. We're heading west to a place called Salt Lake City. Our leader, Brigham Young, settled it a couple years ago, back in 1847, a place for us Mormons. The journey there so far hasn't been so bad. We're part of a company, 50 of us, all told. They're camping nearby. Me and my husband here and our friend thought we could come and try and catch some dinner. We didn't expect to find a Shoshone woman here, but she's been quite helpful. All right, let's fish ourselves and show them up. Let's craft some bait. The party had 30 fish and 0 pounds of food stuff. Make 10 bait from 5 food. Awesome. And let's go fishing. Ruby will go fishing. Let's do it. Let's catch some fishies. Oh, look at this one. Hopefully it's a big one. Colorado Picamino caught 21 inches. I guess that's small for a Picamino because that gauge didn't go up like at all, but 21 inches seems pretty good. What do we got here? Rainbow trout, 22 inches. Awesome. Let's get this guy here. Cutthroat trout caught 27 inches. Fantastic. Oh, look at this. It was shiny. It was shiny. What does that mean? Trophy? Come on, trophy fish. Redback sucker caught 21 inches. Trophy quality fish. Oh, he got one finally. Trophy quality razorback sucker caught. I don't know what that does, but it's cool. We caught a trophy. Trophy quality fish. Common shiner caught 5 inches. Okay. A lot of fish here. What we got there? Bony tail chub caught 18 inches. Go up here and let's see what's up here. Oh, what's you? What's you? What's you? What is you? I think we're going to reach our limit here. Colorado Pincamino, 25 inches. Maximum number. Excuse me. My allergies have been killer today. Been taking some medicine for it, but I think it might be time for some more of it. 7 fish, 120 pounds. I will take that. Let me just take some more allergy medicine here. Sorry. Gotta stay hydrated as well. You know, it's important. Hydration. That good old H2O. Gotta stay hydrated, guys. Drink your water if you haven't yet. Always be drinking water. -7 bait. We caught 120 pounds of fish and brings it all back to storage. Oh my gosh. Without a proper knife, you can't properly clean the fish, and only some of the meat is obtained. Knives can be unlocked by completing the bitter winter journey. Of course. Of course it can be. So we can go to camp, set up camp and rest the party. It restores stamina. A lost wagon. Gain repair items. We did use a decent amount of repair items, but we still have a good amount as well. And I think we need rest more than anything right now. So, but we need the hunting. We need the hunting. So we're gonna go this way. Oh, my party's not doing so good, guys. Broken arm, typhoid, dysentery, typhoid. Oof. Oof. The wagon grinds to a halt as one of the oxen trips and collapses to the ground. Oh, jeez. In its exhaustion, the oxen has become lame. It will never be able to draw the wagon again. The beast could be slaughtered for food, but it may take some time, or it can be left to its likely death. Let's set it free. We have plenty of food. You just go live the rest of your life, little ox. You've done well. The ox is unhooked from its yoke and left to its own devices. There is a small chance it might survive on its own, but it will probably instead be prey for coyotes and bears. Well, let's hope. Let's hope that it survives on its own and it just lives a happy little life, because it got us this far. And I think that's pretty good that it got us this far. Oh no, a snake. Oh, I can collect them. Okay. The party approaches a dilapidated, wind-blown wagon. While the long-abandoned wagon looks as if it might collapse at any moment, some parts may be salvageable. Let us take... What can we fit? We could fit pretty much anything. Let's take the axle. Charles, you're going to have to do it. You got the axle? Very nice. And I think that's all we're going to take. We won't get greedy because it may hurt us more. And we got to do this. This is celebrations. A group of travelers are celebrating and would welcome more company. But we do need to hunt. I mean, I guess we don't need to get this stuff. Let me just see how everyone's morale is doing. Could be better. But they're all stuck, so we're going to go hunting. I don't know if any of this is the right decision. I'm just trying to do these little quests on the side here and hopefully not have anyone die of dysentery or he's exhausted. But he also has typhoid. While feeding the oxen, Isaac observes that one of the beasts seems lethargic. It's breathing labored. It might be sick. A full day's rest or additional food may well restore its vigor. Let the oxen rest. The ox seems much better by the next dawn and is able to pull the wagon again without further harm. Awesome. And their diseases, sicknesses are all going down by a few days. Lucy could use some clothes. She's very gross. So let's give her some clothes. Everyone else is doing all right for the most part. I mean, not really, but, you know. Oh, we're at the hunting spot. Charles... I think you're going to have to do it, my friend. Charles, and you have good stamina. Yeah. Charles, you're the guy. You're the guy for the hunting. All right. We need 100 pounds here and 3 pelts. Let's see what we got. Oh, there's one deer. We're going to get the ox. There's another deer. I only got 4 bullets left. I forgot I had like no bullets. This is going to take 2. And 1 more for this deer. There we go. 110 pounds. That's all we got. Let's just let the time run out then. But we just got enough food. And I think we'll have enough pelts for sure to get 3. All our bullets gone. Stamina down 1. Okay. After a successful hunt, Charles carries 110 pounds of meat back to storage. Obtain those pelts, please. 5 pelts. That's what I'm talking about. And we're going to go to this little celebration. Try to get everyone's morale up. Let's repack. Put that there. And we'll put this right in there. Boom. We fit it all. Dysentery, typhoid, broken arm, -1 day. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Coyote spotted. The wagon is wearing out. Repack. Let's repair that. Let's repair that. Okay. We can put that back in. And we got a bunch of room now. Okay, good. A musty sour odor emanates from the wagon, betraying the poor quality of the flour within. The bad flour may be salvageable, albeit very unpalatable, if it is baked into hardtack. Alternatively, impurities might be removed through sifting at some cost. Let's just make some hardtack. I know it's gross, but it's the best way to save it. Oh, he's pooping himself? Charles. We're going to give him some medicine because he's looking a little worse for wear. Who else do we want to give medicine to? Lucy. That cuts down her days to 10 days of typhoid. And we'll give Charles a little bit more to get him back up to health. That's fair. Charles has recovered from dysentery. So we have now gotten dysentery, which was a goal because it was dysentery or bust was the stream name. We got dysentery and we also beat dysentery. So I think that's good. That's a good situation to be in. Several travelers are celebrating their journey. Whether they're honoring their victims or commemorating their fallen is unclear. The party may be able to join in the celebrations and restore some morale. Let's set up camp and get some morale back. The party gathers around the campfire. Let's celebrate with them. I don't know if we really needed morale, but it'll be good to have some anyway. Stamina. Charles' morale went up 4. Even just that alone is good. Fantastic. On our way. Lucy lets out a wheezing cough. Her poor health is beginning to exact a toll. Oh, just hold on, Lucy. Ruby has heard rumors of a local plant known as Devil's Club. Crushed, its root and stem may be used as a poultice on wounds or ingested as a health tonic. Searching for this plant may take some time, if it can be found at all, but it may prove useful. Let's search. Ruby, you mentioned it, and you also have the best wayfinding, so please find us some good stuff. It looks like she did, because it blinked green for us. 6 herbal remedies. Leveraging her superior knowledge of the area, locates a large stand of Devil's Club. After the outer bark of the root is scraped off and the interior crushed into a paste, there is enough of the remedy to aid Lucy and some extra to store for the future. Besides. So that should have helped Lucy out a little bit and stored us some extra medicine. Fantastic. And we are at the parting of ways. We're at the parting of ways. All right. All right. Or at least I think we are, because that distance thing went away. Does that mean anything good for us parting ways? Is there anything good here? Is it just more empty trail? We are just walking along here. Oh. There's some people. Oh, here we go. Here's some people. Arriving at the parting of the ways. Though no one had so much as noticed the gradual ascent, the party has arrived at the summit of the Rocky Mountains, the very backbone of the North American continent. We did our little tasks. We got our stuff. Oh, this is still not the end of this leg. We are not doing great on health. I don't think anyone has anything really for us to talk to as far as like quests go or anything important, so we're not going to do that. Let's see what we can trade. Let's check our inventory here for a second. We do have quite a lot of pelts. If we want to trade some of those for some stuff. Let's see if we want to do that. 3 toolboxes, 3 coffee, 1 guidebook, 3 medicine. I think the toolboxes might be important. We only have 3 left, so 3 more might be good. We have a decent amount of coffee, and medicine we're running a little bit low on. So let's get the toolboxes for some pelts. We're going to haggle, of course. Charles, our charmer, is going to haggle them down. Stop it, sir. You're making me blush. I love that, Charles. Charles always charming them. We're going to trade 2 of the pelts for 3 of those. 3 medicine. What do you want? 13 pelts. Oh, you want so much stuff. We will not do that. Thank you very much. And 1 guidebook. Also wants way too much, even with haggling. I know that's going to be too rich for our blood. Do we want to sell anything? No, I think we'll keep the rest. And that'll be good for now. Let's rest. Absolutely, let's rest. Before we continue on our journey. Everyone's energy went up. That's great. Let's depart. On our way. Green River North. Fort Bridger. I can't. Oh. Yeah, I think I wanted to go to Fort Bridger for the wedding. So we're going to go Green River South. And then Fort Bridger. And then Soda Springs. And then Fort Hall. We're going to go that way. Avoid a broken leg. 176 flour. Collect herbal remedies for 35 monies. Fantastic. We don't need to fish anymore. And let's take care of our animals. We're going to go to a grazing grounds. Rugged sagebrush fields stretch out before the party, marking the end of the Continental Divide and the onset of Oregon country proper. Onward we go. Everyone could use some energy, so let's use a little bit of coffee here. Boom. Fantastic. And I think everyone else was pretty good. Could definitely use some clothes here shortly. Charles could probably use some clothes, but he's the healthiest out of everyone. Everyone else is still not feeling great. Isaac reaches into the wagon to check the group supplies, then emits a startled yelp and stumbles backwards. A snake hastily slithers out of the wagon, though nobody manages to get a good look at its species. The creature has bitten Isaac in the arm. We're going to treat him with a medicine. Ruby, you'll treat him. Awesome. Ruby's hygiene went down 1, but he is cured now. Applying medicine and a clean bandage, luckily it looks like as if he will make a full recovery. That's what I like to hear. Green River's 30 miles away. Oh, we are looking... Isaac is no longer exhausted. But he still has typhoid and he still lost all that. The party comes across a field of lush grass, perfect for grazing. It's a good place to give the oxen a break if there's time to spare. Yes, we're going to allow our oxen to rest. They need a little bit of rest. The oxen spent several hours grazing slowly, enjoying the meal. They seem refreshed and good-spirited by the time the party is ready to set out. Awesome. We didn't get any rest from that? Charles has dysentery again? Is this guy serious? What is he doing? He just got over dysentery. Well, dysentery or bust number 2, guys. That's going to be dysentery number 2. If anyone's keeping count. And it's Charles both times. Charles is just a gross person. The wagon jostles as the unsmooth movement of the oxen pulls it across the ever-changing ground. We could fit this like... It doesn't even matter. We can fit this anywhere. But we will indeed repair all of this. Just to be sure we are good. We are looking worse for wear, guys. We could definitely, I mean, let's start handing out some clothes. Lucy could really use some clothes, and I think Ruby. The guys can tough it out. That's all our clothes gone. But we are at the river south in 3 miles. The wagon is wearing out. Some items have fallen from your inventory. They may have been packed into slots that just got damaged. Okay. We can fix that. Especially if we're about to cross a river, we want that to be quite in good condition. The muddy red-brown waters of the mysteriously named Green River can be heard ahead. This is one of the deadliest crossings of the trail. The party needs to be prepared. Okay. We got this. What does everyone have to trade? 1 ox, 3 pelts, 4 wagon grease, 3 toolboxes. The toolboxes would be good, please. Let's haggle. Of course, Charles is going to haggle him down. Fantastic. 1 Dragoon Medallion, 2 pelts. We have 10 pelts. I think we'll give him a Dragoon Medallion. That's like money. It's like worth money. Just works as money. She wants way too much for all that. 1 ox, probably a ton. Oh, don't even want that much. And we lost an ox, so let's get an ox for some flour. 21 flour, we'll do that. We need the other ox. We don't need the pelts, so we're good. All right, let's go back. Let's cross. Use the ferry because we have tons of money, and we'll pay 35. Lucy recovered from typhoid. Huge. Because this one was a dangerous trek, so we don't want to do anything else to damage ourselves. And 35 coin is nothing. Nothing to us right now. Perfect. We made it across. The party alights from the ferry after a pleasant ride across the river. Avoid a broken leg, collect herbal remedies we did not do, but that's okay. On to Fort Bridger. Collect meat, avoid contracting cholera. So far we haven't gotten cholera, so that's good. It doesn't matter which way we go, so let's just go this way. They're both the Dragoon sightings. Invigorated, they continue on their journey. Dust swirls around the party, obscuring vision and making it hard to breathe. I can't see anything. The party is forced to stop. Continuing in such a storm would only lead to disaster. Okay. Eventually the storm clears, revealing that some of the oxen broke from their yokes during the commotion. What should be done? Please search for them. We just bought him. Ruby, you got great wayfinding. I believe in you. Looks like she found him. Ruby eventually finds the oxen cowering behind a rock. Dust built up as they were buffeted by the wind. Oh, and that was 2 oxen, so that would have been fantastic. Leading them back, Ruby sets them under yoke once again, and the wagon continues to roll. Lucy caught dysentery from Charles. Dysentery number 3, guys. Lucy has now gotten dysentery. This is just a dysentery day. Everyone's getting dysentery. Charles needs some healing. Oh, greetings, weary travelers. I can see you are injured. Perhaps we can be of use to each other. You see, I happen to be a physician, and it would be my pleasure to heal any wounds and tend to any illnesses that might plague you. In exchange for a full treatment, I only ask for, say, 300 pounds of food. My wife and I somewhat lack for provision ourselves. That's way too much food. I know we have a lot, but 300, come on. 200? I mean, does everyone gets healed? Because I'll do that. Let's do it. We'll still have 261 pounds of food. Recover from dysentery. Oh, full health for everyone. Well worth it. Well worth it. Everyone's recovered from their typhoid, their dysentery, their broken arms. Wow, I mean that was a lot of food to give away. But I'm glad we had that much. Isaac has dysentery. Apparently now, though. As soon as we got healed, Isaac gets dysentery. So that's dysentery number 4. This episode and stream seems to just be everyone gets dysentery. That's gonna be the title, by the way. Everyone gets dysentery today. As the sound of a gunshot slowly fades, the party approaches a man on the trail who seems to be nursing his foot. It's clear that he's badly injured. Without medical attention, he may not survive. How many do we got? We got 3 medicine left. Alright, we'll give him one. We're gonna be nice. We've been nice this whole way. The karma should come back for us, right? The karma should come back. Thank you, strangers. My name is Sydney. I was trying to rendezvous with my captain, but my rifle misfired as I was traveling. I shan't make the same mistake again. Godspeed to you. Was that not the Dragoon? Oh, Ruby got dysentery too. Dysentery number 5. Dysentery number 5. We are doing fantastic on dysentery. Everyone's morale is pretty low. Let's give everyone a little morale. We are using up everything we have. So that's good. The party comes across a pair of musicians performing for a small crowd beside the trail. Their music is good, but it's drowned out by the sound of their bickering. Could they be the brother and sister mentioned by Lewis Southworth? You're out of tune. You're not on beat. I've just about had enough of you, Rosetta. How do you expect us to draw a crowd if we don't put any heart and soul into our music? We're lacking audience, brother, not heart and soul. I told you it was a silly idea to perform for immigrants on the trail, but did you listen to me? There doesn't seem to be much hope of hearing the siblings play again unless the argument can be resolved peacefully. Oof. We'll support the sister. I think she's right. After all, what good is a performance if there's nobody to hear it? What you need is a way to draw a larger crowd. What did I say, Marvin? Even this here stranger can see we're playing in the wrong place. Why can't you? There's plenty of people on the trail. You're looking at some of them right now, Rosetta. Mind you, I have no idea who they think they are. The musical duo looks at the party expectantly, waiting for a response. Your audience. An audience? Well, we could certainly do with one of those. I'm assuming there's more than just the 4 of you. What's your plan? The party has to quickly come up with a convincing sales pitch. The show at Fort Boise. Mention Lewis Southworth. Lewis Southworth, the fiddler? Why, we saw him play back in Independence. Do you really know him? He wants to put a band together to play at Fort Boise. It's going to be a big show, and he asked for you specifically. Did he now? Well, if that's true, then we can't really say no, but I want you to swear on your honor that you're not trying to pull the wool over our eyes. Who should attempt to convince the musicians? Lucy. Oh, I should have done Charles. He had... Oh, okay. Lewis Southworth talked to brother and sister duo he saw back in Independence. He said they played guitar and banjo and have an amazing sound. I believe you match the description. Well, I'll be. He really called our sound amazing. I don't know what to say. I say we join his band. Who knows when we'll get another opportunity like this. Still, Fort Boise, that's a long way to walk carrying our instruments. I'd much rather store them in your wagon. We can arrange for our own transport at Fort Hall. If you can meet us there, then Marvin and I will pick our instruments from you. We can trust you that you won't drop them, can't we? Yeah, absolutely. I got plenty of room now because I got rid of everything in my wagon. We got 1 guitar and 1 banjo. And onward we go. How many more dysenteries can we get today, guys? We're still at 5. All today. All the dysenteries came today. I think everyone's had dysentery at this point. We're just about at Fort Bridger, though. Hopefully there's some stuff here that we can do. Oh, jeez. Tripping over a small bump in the rough ground, Isaac finds himself in the dust. A little sore, he picks himself up and keeps walking. Alright, Isaac, calm down. Hygiene went down. Oh, everyone's hygiene is not doing great. But we're at Fort Bridger. At first glance, it is not clear why this scant collection of log cabins merits the title of Fort Bridger at all. Nevertheless, the party is more than grateful to have arrived. Fantastic. All right, look at this. We made it somewhere. Let's talk to Ava. My friends, you have made it, and just in time, too. The wedding is just about to get started. Oh, we get to see the wedding. It is good to see you, my friends. I'm glad that you are able to be here to see our union, our promise. We are gathered here today to witness the union between this man and woman, Ava and Douglas. By my power as the owner of this fine fort, I now pronounce you man and wife. I do. That's the opposite of what it should have been, but, you know. You may kiss. Woo! Woo! Yeah! Woo! 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 Hooray! Yeah! It is done. We are married. Oh, happy day. I am glad you were present, friends. Please, I would like for you to meet my new family. So these are the travelers I've heard so much about. It is a pleasure to meet you. My son and new daughter-in-law have told me much about you. That gave us some good morale and 200 flour. There's what we gave away to get healed. We just got back in food. Karma. Farewell and safe travels, my friends. I hope we can find each other again, perhaps once we're all living large in Oregon. Quest complete. Star-crossed lovers. We got them together. They're married. Even though we got dysentery 5 times today, we got to see a wedding. We got to complete the wedding mission. I'm happy about that. They got services here. Wait. Go back. Services. Everyone needs hygiene. Let's continue. Lucy. Ruby. Sorry. Continue. $7 for Ruby. Wait, can I not haggle this? $11, but we need everyone's got to get it. Everyone's got to get it. And Isaac. Great, perfect, fantastic. We need the physician for Ruby. Oh no, go back. We need Ruby. Treat illness for $25. Fantastic. She got let's at least just cure them, and then we'll see what we got to give them to heal them more. Isaac, I can't. Oh, treat illness. Yeah, treat illness. Awesome. All right. Energy and health in general. See, but if I do their health, it's gonna cost a lot. Lucy still has an injury? No. No, everyone's fine. I think we're gonna, let's see how many medicine we got. We got 2 medicine. Let's, how much are medicine in the store? Let's find out how much they are first, if they have any. They have medicine that's $45 for 3 of them. That's better. That's absolutely better than paying that other guy. So let's do the lowest people. Let's heal the lowest people because it heals for 6. So Isaac and Charles, and then we will pay for the other 2 to get their health healed. Lucy, 2 health, and Ruby. What injury does she still have? Is she still hurt? 3 health for 20. All right, fair enough. All right, everyone's doing fantastic now. We will also rest here. We'll get, yeah, $8 for some lodging. I think that's quite adequate. We'll do that, and we will continue onward. Soundest sleep in weeks. All right, we got some stamina back. Let's be on our merry way here. On to Soda Springs. Reach the next settlement in 10 days. Avoid a broken leg. Alright, so we're going to do grueling pace. And we'll keep at filling for now. A nondescript trail. An ideal location to set up and cook a meal. We already just did our health, so let's go this way, that way. Dragoon. Wagon. Yeah. Let's do that. And we got to get there in 10 days. Get 35 coin. A small mound of earth sits atop the path, flecks of trail dust strewn about it by the wind. The ground has been disturbed recently, perhaps to bury a supply cache or something else. Let's dig it up. What's the point? Charles, pessimistic, refuses to dig it up, all too aware of what buried beneath. He takes... okay. We lost morale for that too. Charles, you pessimist. I probably should have checked that. Another doggo. A happy-looking dog stands beside the trail, wagging its tail. If the hound is domesticated, there doesn't appear to be anyone around to whom the dog may belong. What should be done? Approach it. Lucy, go up and approach it. Let's feed the dog. Gave him some morale, great. And we'll pet the dog. Pet the dog, and Charles's morale went up again. See? That's okay, your hygiene can go down. It's worth the dog petting. We need to pet the dog always when we can. The dog's bark, unsurprisingly, offers no insight as to where its owner may be. However, the hound doesn't seem too concerned. Lucy isn't quite sure what she expected. Alright, let's be on our way. I wish we could take the dog, but we can't. The dog stays. The dog barks as the party leaves, seemingly saying goodbye. The party takes a moment to choose which trail to follow. We're going to go here. Obviously, we can only go one way. Don't know why we had to choose that. The wagon condition, -2. Let's just fix that on up right away. And continue on. We are still making good time, I believe. Not much grazing here. In their downtime, the oxen struggle to find enough foliage to eat. There's not enough grass for them to graze. Should the oxen be fed with food from the wagon to make sure they pull through? Yeah, we're going to supplement it with 30 flour. We got plenty of flour. So that's good. Coyote spotted. The party takes a moment to choose which trail to follow. Alright, onward to the Dragoon. Let's go to the Dragoon. Kawadi? Without warning, the wagon is surrounded by sand borne by the wind. The grains grate against the party's skin. This is too much. Isaac is exhausted. The sandstorm worsens, limiting vision and forcing the party to slow down. The party is coated in dust and sand. The air grows difficult to breathe. It tests the fortitude of all traveling through it. Alright. We could probably use some coffee. Give everyone some energy back. Unbelievably, Sydney can be seen ahead, once again nursing his foot. It seems he's had another near fatal incident. One medicine. We'll give him medicine. Oh, thank you again, travelers. I'm not sure how it happened again, but I think perhaps it's best I simply travel unarmed. Please take my medallion for your help. Godspeed. We're gonna go to the lost wagon because the wagon I feel like may be important now. To get some stuff to 10 times exhausted. To get some stuff to fix the wagon up. I think that may be important. A strange repetitive clicking sound can be heard from the abandoned wagon. It's unclear what's causing the noise, but there may be supplies inside. Isaac. Yeah, I kind of figured it was a snake. We'll use a medicine. Ruby. Fix him up. Does that mean we get nothing from the wagon too? 'Cause I could have really used the wagon stuff. Oh, now we can, yeah. The snake's gone. Hardtack, wheel grease, and coffee. Worth it. It was worth the snake bite. The wagon is wearing out. Inventory overflowed. Repack. Let's use a repair. Let's pack that back in, and let's continue onward. Almost at Soda Springs. We gotta get there, guys. 28 miles, and there's a wagon right here as well. Hopefully we get some wagon repair stuff, because I have only one repair thing left. Let's take a wheel. Charles, you're gonna attempt to take the wheel. Only a single wheel is in acceptable condition for use. It slips free from the wagon and tumbles into the dirt as the wagon shudders softly. Let's also take the axle. Charles, again, you're up. Please don't collapse on you. Oh, the axle is just from the wagon's husk with some effort. Without the axle to lean on, the front of the wagon shifts forward slightly. Okay. Good. We're going to leave it there. We're going to leave it there. Absolutely, we're going to leave it there. We can put you there. Good. Fantastic. 20 miles to Soda Springs. Fox. All these foxes. And a little tumbleweed. The sagebrush shrubs gathering on the trail snag at the wagon, their dry twigs catching the wheels. One of the snags works its way into an axle, causing the wagon to grind to a stop as its wheels get tangled. The force of the snag has caused the axle and wheel to become damaged. The wagon will be still be able to move, but the party should consider repairing the damage before things get worse. Charles, you're going to have to repair it, bud. That wasn't good. Alright, let's repack it. We have an axle right here. Wow. We are out of repair stuff. We are out of repair stuff. Charles could use some composure. Alright. Let's continue on. We have no more repair stuff for our wagon. And Lucy has dysentery. That is dysentery number 6. Dysentery number 6 now. All in one leg of the trip. 6 times we got dysentery. Oh, Lucy. What are we going to do with you? We don't have any clothes. We can't give her any clothes. So she's just going to have to wait it out. But we are just about at Soda Springs, so hopefully that's okay. Let's set the oxen free again. Another one to roam. The oxen is taken from its yoke and set free. It limps away from the trail and starts happily chomping on grass nearby. Good. Live a great life, guy. Thanks for getting us as far as you did. I don't respect the sail wagon meta. Like the I tried to get the sail wagon. I missed the stop. I missed the stop. Yes, the ox is living his best life now. Hopefully he stays alive and he's living happily. I did miss the sail wagon stop early on in my journey. I don't know how I missed it, but I unfortunately did. I do want to upgrade though to the bigger wagon here shortly once I get to the next stop, hopefully, if I have enough money. So maybe we'll do that. The sail wagon I'll have to do on my next playthrough. Maybe I'll do it on the Oregon or Bust run through. Hopefully it happens again, because that would be cool to at least try. Even yards away, hissing pools of naturally carbonated water can be seen bubbling forth. This is Soda Springs, a notable landmark for travelers and tourists alike. Thanks, Passion for Jaywalking, for commenting that at least. The oxen is living his best life now, eating all his grass. He is. The travelers here clearly aren't shy about trying the famous bubbling spring water. Almost everybody in sight has a bottle or cup in hand. So we got a couple people to talk to here. Charles with a quest and Jane with hopefully something else. Nah, my friend, I was just kidding. Sail wagon is kind of meh. Yeah, I mean, what I've seen of it isn't that great, but I still kind of want to like try one out eventually, because I'll probably do like the journeys and some other playthroughs of the full Oregon Trail, and I want to try it out at least. It would be a cool challenge, even if it isn't that great. There's a cow living his best life in my belly. Passion for Jaywalking. I hope you had a good cow, whether it was steak or burger. I'm hoping to get some cow in me after this stream. I'm quite hungry. I did not eat dinner yet, and it is 8:50 here now. You made it work one time? See, yeah, I want to do that. It'll be a challenge if it's not that great of a wagon as it is. Let's talk to Jane. Let's see what she had to say. Hello again, travelers. It's certainly amazing how often we meet on the trail. My little Mary has not stopped talking about you folks since we last met. You really left an impression on her. She keeps asking questions about your group, but I have to keep telling her I don't know. Perhaps you'll take the time to talk to her. I could use a quiet moment to catch up on some reading. She's just by the water. Don't worry. I've been keeping an eye on her to make sure she doesn't run off again. Jane points to the spring, where little Mary is playfully splashing in the shallows. Let's talk to little Mary. We remember her. We helped her carve her name in the rock. Those who know Peepo sad. Hi, everyone. Mommy said I might see you again. Did you come to play in the water, too? Yeah, of course we did. Yay, it's fun. You'll see. Mommy says you can use the water here to make a special drink. Can you show me how? Little Mary jumps and splashes in the spring with joy, spraying the group with water. Yeah, let's show her how. The party spent some time showing little Mary how to make a carbonated drink from the spring water. A carbonated drink? We're making some soda. Little Mary is eager to take a big gulp of the effervescent beverage. I love that little laugh. Wow, this is so good. The bubbles tickle my throat. Little Mary drinks the beverage with a speed and alacrity, perhaps benefiting someone twice her size. It isn't long before she begins to hiccup. My tummy feels funny. Little Mary clutches her stomach. Moments pass as she struggles against the inevitable. Oh my, that's a manly burp for a little child girl. Oh my, I'm sorry. Please don't tell Mommy that I did that. She will be upset about my bad manners. Little Mary frantically apologizes for her belch, looking thoroughly embarrassed. Oh, I love that. Charles. The water here is naturally carbonated, meaning it's got bubbles in it. Try mixing it with a drink or two of your own. Let's make a drink. Raise the morale. The party pours some of the spring water into their canteens, mixing it with drinks of their own to make a delicious soda. Feel strong, man. So wholesome. It is so wholesome. It is so wholesome. Little Mary. The travelers here clearly aren't shy about trying the famous bubbling spring water. We tried that and we made some soda, so fantastic. We had some great soda. It appears some people are willing to trade. Let's see what people are willing to trade. I mean, I am drinking Passion for Jaywalking. I mean, I'm drinking this Coca-Cola too right now, and I'd say it's giving me a +3 to morale. I'm sure the soda does give some morale. I don't have soda on me. I only have water. I'm staying hydrated right now. I had some allergies today, so I'm trying to stay hydrated because I'm on all this allergy medicine. But if I had a Coca-Cola, I would certainly be drinking it. I would even like more a Mountain Dew Baja Blast from Taco Bell, the best soda that exists. Offers 3 wheel grease, offers 3 traps, offers 4 toolboxes. I need 1. I'll give him a medallion. I don't even need to haggle that because he's not going to take less than 1 medallion. I think my favorite instance of action equals numerical benefit to stats was when you segs the witch in Dragon Age Origins and it gives you +10 to her magic. You segs the witch. Oh god. It gives +10 to her magic, not even yours. That probably is a great instance of benefit to stats. I gotta play me some Dragon Age Origins. That'll probably be one of the playthroughs I do on here actually. Coming up, because I'll probably do this playthrough of the Oregon Trail, and then I may move on to some other games and come back to the Oregon Trail, and then I also upload these to YouTube, so there'll be some playlists there. If your girl ain't getting +10 to magic, you ain't doing it right, son. Easy. That's right. You better be doing at least +10 magic when you are with your girl. Offers 3 wheel grease, 3 traps, 1 coffee. What is the 3 wheel grease? 321 flour. I don't want none of that. No, we're good. Let's we're gonna keep our pelts for now because I'll sell them at the next place if I do need the money. We will rest for a night and continue onward. All right, let's depart. Let's finish up leg 3 and get on our merry way. Fort Hall, the last stop in leg 3. Restore Lucy's health, get 197 flour, collect meat, and get 1 coffee. Restore Lucy's health should be pretty easy. Dragoon sighting, I think we will go to the Dragoon sighting. I want another one of those medals. That's good currency. The party leaves the wonders of Soda Springs behind. It's a relatively short stretch to the safety of Fort Hall, though the journey will be no less perilous. All right, onward. Let's actually just give Lucy a medicine now. That'll help her dysentery at least for a little bit. And we'll give her a little bit of that too. Let's actually heal her up. So by the time we get there, her dysentery is gone. 6 dysenteries today, guys. 6 dysenteries. None in the beginning. 6 dysenteries on leg 3. I think everyone's had it at this point in my party. Several discarded and broken crates sit in the dust of the trail. They do not appear to have been discarded deliberately, and it may be that they fell from yeah, let's search for some supplies. Ruby, search for them supplies. Please don't get hurt. Her hygiene went down 1, but what do we get? Ruby has just begun the search of the crates. When she yelps in surprise, the crates likely damaged in the fall have been left splintered. Oh, she got a splinter in her hand. Ruby perseveres through the pain and is rewarded with a veritable treasure of discarded supplies. However, the splinter site begins to grow red and warm. Oh, Ruby, you got an infection. I like Ruby's positive. I love Ruby's positive attitude too. She was one of the. That was one of the reasons I picked her. I'm all about positive attitudes here. Positive attitudes, good vibes, everything. Look, Ruby's got dysentery now, though. She got dysentery. That's dysentery number 7. What's your story of the worst possible luck? How many times you get dysentery in your playthroughs? I'm at 7 now in one leg. Small ways from the trail, the party spies a long abandoned wagon. It may be salvageable for parts or contain valuables. Who searches the wagon? Let's have Isaac do it. Well, I run close, so yeah, I don't get dysentery, my guy. But yeah, start my first round. Yeah, I had a lot of clothes too at one point, but they went quickly because everyone got dysentery. Let's repack. Let's put that there. Let's put that there. We will use a coffee because they can use it anyway. And that'll give us enough space here. Let's put that. Wait, I need to put that down there. That over there. That there. And we'll put the wagon wheel there. Start my first turn, and Alice the Adventurer straight up fell on nothing and broke her leg almost immediately. That I think happened to me the minute I left the first area. I instantly broken. I think I got a broken leg right away. I nursed her back to health, but she had max HP of 3. Yeah, they lose that HP and it's no good. They get that limited HP. The gun goes off spontaneously and one-shots her. She died. Wait, so she broke her arm, lost her health to half, and then a gun kills her off immediately. One less mouth to feed, I guess. And as soon as the journey begins too, you have one less mouth to feed. So that's great. It happened in quick succession. That is bad luck. Back to back, and just to the one person too. Greetings, strangers. You must be my ride. I knew the captain would come through for me. Just drop me off at 4th Hall, if you please. Let's go. Hup. Wait, does he take up space? Plus run. Oh my god. We're not going to be able to fit him. Let's just go to the camp. Get to 4th Hall quicker. Repack him. What can we do with him? One less mouth. I don't know what to do with this guy. He takes up so much space. I'd have to get rid of so much stuff. Listen, man, you're gonna have to go. I'm sorry. We're not taking him. Bye, Robert Moore. We don't need your Dragoon. Oh god, the wagon is wearing out. Repack. All right, we're gonna have to fix. That all up. Let's repair. And we'll repair that while we're at it. Use the wagon wheel up. That's fine. We'll put that down here. I probably could have fit him now. All that happened and I probably could have fit him. Now I can't though. But we are only 26 miles from Fort Hall, so that's good. A sudden cry rings out across the trail. Charles's foot has been crushed under the wheel of the wagon. Toes may be broken. Let's inspect it. See what's up. Ruby's got that good healing. Ruby examines the injured foot but cannot determine the extent of the injury nor the proper course of treatment. The pain is clearly too much to bear. Oh, jeez. I think we rest. Let's take a little rest. You got a broken leg. All right, well, onward. Damn, Ruby on point. Ruby is on point. She has got the healing figured out. Let's set up camp and... what do we do this time? Do I stargaze? Do I tell stories? Or do I rest? I don't know what everyone needs. Lucy, it's not going to help her health because she's barely got any as it is. Also, Ruby's barely got any health. Charles could use some health. That stargaze is cool. I think that's what I'm going to do because they don't really need that much. I mean, they're not going to heal much. So let's stargaze. You're right. Stargazing is cool. Yeah, we need some aesthetic here. Even if it doesn't have an effect, I need some good aesthetic with all the chaos going on. That was really nice. I like the way the foreground and the background elements kind of pan. That was nice. The party gathers around the campfire. Oh, now we can rest or... oh, so all it did was that. Well, let's tell some stories then. That gets... I know that gets some of their stats shown or up or something, so... that's better than healing for, like, nothing. Oh, and Lucy recovered from dysentery. Good on Lucy. No more dysentery. Charles does have a broken leg, though, and Ruby still has her dysentery. And Isaac just gets dysentery. Dysentery number 8. In the same leg. Dysentery number 8. Isaac now has it. I think I'm never going to recover from dysentery as it goes. Good to see you again. We've been listening to this bass performer perform. Or this bass... player perform, excuse me. He's quite good, isn't he? More importantly, did you manage to bring our instruments? I did. I carried them this whole way. I got all the instruments here. And I had to leave a Dragoon guy behind because of it. Hey there, my name's Raymond. Raymond. His name's Raymond. I don't suppose you could spare some change for this old performer, could you? It's just a few dollars short of some new boots. Then I'm out of here for good. Yeah, sure. Here's $5, guy. Thanks, strangers. This will help me accomplish my dream of becoming a mountain man. I'd say see you later, but I probably won't. Haha. Everybody loves him. Invite to the band. Ask about fiddle. You're looking to buy a fiddle, are you? I hear there's a salesman who south to Snake River. I'm going to meet him by myself. Or meet with him myself. See how much I can get for my double base. I bet it's worth a lot. So we got to go south. We got to go south to get that fiddle. All right. Offer him $5. Invite to the band. Let's invite him to the band. Join a band at Fort Boise? Sorry, no can do. I'm giving up on music just as soon as I've earned a bit of money. I'm going to go live in the mountains and start trapping furs. Then I'll be sure to make a real fortune. All right. Compliment is playing. You're a very talented musician, sir. Are you sure you want to give up your playing? It would be such a shame for the world to never again hear such a fine performance as yours. That's very kind of you, but I'm afraid so. After all these years of playing, I've earned nothing more than calloused fingers. Huh. At least in the mountains, I'd have a shot at making a real fortune. Raymond seems quite enchanted by the idea of mountain life. Mention the cold. It's mighty cold up in those mountains, you know. I've heard stories of men who freeze to death in their sleep. I can't bear to imagine something like that happening to you. Of course it's cold. That's why I've got this thick coat, see? I got it secondhand from a real fur trapper. I'll admit it's probably seen better days, but I'm sure I can fix it up. Raymond is starting to sound a bit doubtful. Enthused about crowds. Please reconsider. Do you remember the adulation of the crowd, the cheers and applause? Are you sure you want to leave that all behind? Wait, you got almost $500. You should be in good shape if you make it to a store. Master manipulate. I'm trying to manipulate him. And yeah, the $500, I'm not sure. Like, would it be worth it to buy the bigger wagon, or should I just up on supplies again? Because if they have like medicine and clothes and stuff, I'm probably just gonna up on supplies and not do the wagon. Because I've been doing pretty well with the wagon size that I have, and I'm pretty sure that that bigger wagon is a lot of money. Performing in front of others is a lot of pressure, and I've never been particularly good with crowds. I'd much rather keep the company of some close friends. Oh. When Raymond mentions his friends, the party senses a weakness in his facade. Who should attempt to take advantage? Ruby's got that 6 composure. Honestly, your wagon is big enough, and $500 should buy all the supplies you need. And this wagon is big enough to hold more than enough supplies. That's what I'm saying. And I need more supplies now because they're all gone. I've used everything. So I think on that, you're right. I need to re-up on supplies, keep the wagon I have, and hopefully like heal them up and stuff if they have the services there. You wouldn't have any friends in the mountains, Raymond, not a one. You'd be alone for months with nobody to talk to. Do you understand? Ruby delivers the final blow with calculated precision. I never thought of it like that. I was just imagining a big adventure, but you're right. I really would be on my own. He seems very pensive. Oh, we got him. The big wagon is neato, but once I could afford the big wagon, the run was pretty much over. I was insanely rich, and it was almost boring. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. It's like I'm gonna be on like 4, and I don't think then I want to use like the supplies and stuff, not the big wagon, and use all the money up on that. So I think you're right. I just up on supplies. Well, except for the bears and wolves, they could keep you company, I suppose. Are you much of an animal lover? All right, you've made your point. I guess I'm not really cut out for the mountain life after all. Here, you can have my coat. I don't think I'm going to need it. It smells a bit funny anyways. I thought he was going to join the band. Oh, yes, good he is. Where did you say this band was performing? Fort Boise? I wasn't planning on traveling that far with my double bass. Do you reckon you could carry it for me? Absolutely, we can. And we got 1 close. +1 double bass. Repack. All right, let's move some stuff around here. This takes up a lot of space. Let's put that there. Let's put that there. And go up there. Perfect. Tetris. I'm a Tetris master. Let's give Lucy some clothes finally. Since we got that from him. She can be a little clean. And onward to Fort Hall. When checking the oxen, Lucy notices one of them panting and sweating. Its movement is slow and lethargic. It has likely been affected by the heat and constant beating of the sun. The animal should be allowed to rest in the shade of the wagon and given adequate water. Continuing to drive it will only make its condition worse and could cause further harm. Yeah, let's rest the ox. Lucy unhitches the sick ox from the yoke and leads it to the shade of the stopped wagon. Giving them time to cool down, the ox's breathing slows down and it returns to what appears to be normal. Perfect. We need them good, healthy ox because we already lost one. Well, we lost 2 technically, but we gained 1 after we lost the first one. And then we lost the second one. So now we have 2 oxen. All right, I think we made it. Fort Boise. I think that's where we were going, unless I was reading that from the other thing. As the imposing white-gray walls of Fort Hall rise into view, the clamor and hubbub of trade is already evident. Several tents surround the fort, many of which no doubt belong to hopeful fur traders. You've arrived at a fort. Whoa, who would I like to heal? Isaac has dysentery, so we gotta get, and so does Ruby. I think Ruby's more important. Let's do Ruby. We're gonna cure all of them, but you've unlocked a new journey, Bitter Winter. Brave the harsh mountain weather to help Thompson find his companions in this brutal winter-themed challenge. Successful completion unlocks the hunting knife. Yes, I do want to do that eventually because the hunting knife will be a great asset to have. And I didn't get either of those things done, so it is what it is. But we made it to Fort Hall. Leg 3 of 5 is done. The high desert completed. And all of our party survived, even though they all got dysentery so many times. But that's okay. We're going to heal them up now. We're going to prep for the next leg, and then we'll do the next leg another day. So let's do... no one to talk to, apparently. That's fine. Oh, I came to your stream when you were in the middle of the desert. You did. In my honest opinion, desert is the hardest part by far. Well, hopefully, because it was pretty rough. I started out the desert really strong today. Everyone was very healthy. I had tons of stock of items and whatnot. And then pretty much immediately everything started going wrong. Dysentery over and over again. Started having to use everything, give away stuff. The desert was a mess. No wonder y'all were naked, sick, and depressed. Exactly. The desert was rough on us. So let's see what we can do to heal everyone up. Let's give everyone hygiene first off. We'll heal Lucy up with hygiene. We will get Charles healed up with his hygiene as well. And Isaac. Let's just get everyone stacked out. We will, of course, be healing Ruby. I thought that would have cured her when we first got into the fort, but I guess it doesn't cure the stuff. It just gives her health back, which I think I wasted then, but that is okay, because we're going to heal her up now. We're going to heal up Ruby. Treat all illnesses for $50. That was a lot of money, Ruby. A lot of money. Ruby's infection is healed and she's no longer got dysentery. Isaac also needs the healings. Treat illness for $25. All right. We're just going to stack everyone out. We're just going to stack everyone out so they're good to go. I know it's going to cost me a lot of money because I'm going to do this and the supplies, though. And Lucy. I think I'll leave Charles because he's only missing 1. We'll stack him out. What injury does Lucy have? Let's find out. Oh, that. Okay. Okay. So that's why Lucy's thing was like that. I can also do this for Charles. So let's get them all good and healthied up. Spend all our money on everything. And we're good. All right. And then I don't think I need any wagon repairs. Yep. Health, hygiene, everything's good. All right. So we're good there. We're good there. Let's see what we got in the store. And let's see what we have in our wagon first off. So we got, I would say, plenty of coffee. We got 5 coffee. I can honestly use this. Let's use that book up so we got some more space. Wayfinding. We're going to give... Oh, Ruby's maxed out of wayfinding. We'll give Isaac to get to number 4. Just in case anything happens to Ruby. All right, back to the store. Well, let's see. Let's actually just see what we got here, actually. So we got plenty of flour. We could definitely use some more repair. We got hardtack. We could use bullets. We could absolutely use bullets and some healing and stuff. Yeah. Let's go to the store. What do you got? What do you got? I got plenty of food. 420 pounds of food. I don't need any of that. I do want to get some bullets. Let's add that. I want to go hunting. I got a decent amount of those. He does have clothes. I'm going to take some clothes. Let's view our wagon while we're at it. We got that. We got that. Damn, we got a lot of coffee. We got a lot of coffee. I think some more wagon repair kits. I think we'll do that. Because we got some medicine here. We got repair kits now. We got plenty of food. We got a nice stack of clothes again. We got plenty of coffee. We got some wagon grease, which is great. We have some bait. I think this is really good. I think this puts us in a really good spot. And we still will have a good amount of money. How many pelts did we even have? We still have 10 pelts. I think I might keep the pelts for now. Maybe when I start up on leg 4, I may sell some. Because we can always sell them at a bunch of different places. Yeah, we don't need any of that anymore. Because we bought it. Because we had so much money. Alright, so we made it to Fort Hall. We contracted dysentery 8 times today. We lost a lot of stuff in the wagon. But as you can see now, we are doing quite well. Isaac could use his energy back. Charles could use his energy back. But other than that, we are looking very healthy. And we're good for leg 4. So this will be leg 4 of 5 on the next stream. I'll probably be back on. Yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow again, probably from around the same time, like 6:37 to 9:30 ish, a couple hours, and we'll get through leg 4 of 5. We'll do leg 4 of 5. So that's gonna be it for now. We're gonna leave it here, and we will continue on our journey tomorrow. If you're watching, thank you, Passion for Jaywalking. Thank you for the follow. Good night to you as well. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. You as well. Passion for Jaywalking. Thank you so much. Thank you for the follow. I hope you join me back tomorrow. You can also check out the YouTube channel, Nazo Gaming. If you guys are watching on the YouTube channel, you can please hit the like button. Please hit subscribe. It helps so much. And I thank you again all for watching. And I'll see you next time. Thank you so much.